What is up? Mark here from The Average Kitchen, bringing you another comprehensive full review of a new product for us. Never heard of. It's the Chefman TurboFry Touch Dual Basket Air Fryer. Bought this off Amazon here in Canada, $115. Probably half, if not a third of the price of what you would pay for a dual basket Ninja air fryer. Is it gonna stand up to the test? I don't know. First things first, the basket, not huge. We'll get some measurements afterwards, not massive. Did give this a wash. If you're a fan of the show, and I hope you are, you know that I'm not a big fan of holes where water can get trapped. We preheated this, so I can't touch it too much, but the window in the front, which is convenient, there are all these holes across the top here. So when I washed this, there was a bunch of water that got trapped in between both sides of the glass. There's obviously a gap there. And when we preheated it, the water evaporated. So that's actually a good thing. A couple of nice little features with this that Jamie and I were just playing around with it. You can switch from Fahrenheit to Celsius. I don't believe any Ninja product you can do that we've ever reviewed, correct, Jamie? So that's really, really nice. And you can also mute the beeping, which we have had comments in the past on some of the Ninja videos we've done before where people were asking us, how do you mute that annoying sound, that patented Ninja sound? And to our knowledge, you can't. This allows you to mute that sound. So that's kind of neat. Also allows you to sync the baskets and sync the finish. So as usual, we're just gonna do a standard bunch of tests on this product. Yes, this is not gonna be like gourmet food, Michelin star, whatever. It's gonna be nuggets and fries, onion rings, wings, the things that people generally cook in air fryers. All right, so because these baskets are hot, let's grab the cork thing there. So I'll throw the fries in. Now the cooking chart, maybe that's the downside. Ninja normally gives you a really nice book, cooking chart, so on and so forth. This was stuck on the front of the air fryer. So that's the cooking chart. And when Jamie looked at it, it doesn't really say nuggets or chicken wings or whatever. It just says chicken, 205 Celsius, 400 Fahrenheit, 18 to 22 minutes. French fries, 205 to 400, 20 to 22 minutes. So we're gonna try to simulate like a sink finish, but as you know, it's a bit of trial and error, especially with the new product, to see how long it takes to cook certain things. So I'm gonna say that's probably like 3/4 of the bag. I probably could put more, but I don't wanna like jam it. Which reminds me of this Ninja video we did. I can't remember the name of the Ninja air fryer, but it claimed that it could do, what was the claim, Jamie? 5 pounds of wings and 10 pounds of fries? Something ridiculous like that. So we literally scaled out and measured with a digital measuring scale that amount. And a lot of the comments were, well, that's ridiculous, you know, it could never do that. We didn't make the claim, Ninja did. So we're gonna throw in, well, we'll see how many we can get in there. Maybe the basket's deceiving, eh, Jamie?
So far.
I mean, we could maybe count these afterwards, but I'm gonna do the whole box. And I'm gonna say that's probably gonna be 25 nuggets maybe. Well, I wouldn't say it's overly filled, but there's a fair amount in there. So, if we loosely go by the guide that they suggest here on their awesome cook chart, chicken, 205, 400 degrees, 18 to 22 minutes. So I'm gonna set that for, we'll say 22. We're gonna sync finish. And the other one is gonna be fries, 20 to 22 minutes. Sorry, the chicken was 18 to 22 minutes. I'm gonna do the fries, I'm gonna try it at 20.
I think he wants,
But I don't know. Oh, there we go. See how it lit up blue? Can you see that? So let's hit start. So the other thing we noticed when we were preheating this just to get acclimated with it and try it out was, and we don't know why yet, the lights, which actually are nice and bright and you can see quite well, they were kind of going on and off. They would be on for a minute, then they'd go off for a couple of minutes and then come back on. There is a shake function on this where it will beep and tell you to shake the product. So I just had to play around with the sync finish a little bit because they both started at the same time. Anyway, you'll see here, maybe you can or can't if Jamie can zoom in, it's flashing hold. We just sort of purposely set these 2 minutes apart to see. So what will happen was this will run for 2 minutes and then the second basket will kick in. You'll see right now that the light is on the basket that's running, off on the other one. So let's let that cook and we'll try them out. All right, so the shake function has come on. You can see it written very, very small here. Again, for whatever reason, the lights sort of come on and off. We're really not sure why, but it did pause, okay. So right away, first problem, Jamie, maybe you can see that there. Can you see the tray has completely come up here when I went to shake? There, I pushed it back down. I mean, those, I can just feel them. They're nowhere near ready. Okay, the fries, sometimes when we put, maybe because we put more, the fries all clump together. These haven't, so it's good. Jamie and I are crispy guys, pretty much for everything we cook, especially in air fryers. So this is showing, see now that's hanging to shake, so we'll just open and close that to clear that. This is, with 10 minutes left, I'm telling you, maybe I'll be wrong. These will not be done, but we'll see in 10 minutes. All right, so we're beeping here. All right, so I mean, we're getting some color, but there's like, some of them are looking crispier and some of them are not, so those definitely have to go back in. Let's have a look at our fries here. Okay, some crispy fries, not bad. So I'm gonna say the nugget's probably gonna eat another 7 minutes and the fries probably another 4 minutes. So let's set up that sink again. Sink finish, okay, 7 minutes and 3 minutes. So that one's on hold, that one's going. We'll be back. All right, so we're almost done. There is a little function that we wanted to try, which is kind of cool. There's a quick button for adding 2 minutes, which is neat. There's also a high fry. So high fry will jump over to 450 to crisp up the top, almost like broiling in an oven. So it's a 2-minute setting. So the fries are gonna be done here now, which is fine. And then the high fry is finishing off to try to crisp up some of those nuggets. Now, with about a minute left, I decided to give the fries another shake. This thing completely came up. So whether I didn't hammer it in and wedge it in super tight, the tray on the bottom, doesn't really matter for fries, but it's a little bit of an annoyance when you're trying to shake something, because you know, if you use tongs, especially on fries, like you could rip them apart or whatever, so we usually just try to give them a shake. But anyway, we can dub out our fries. Again, not a humongous amount of fries, but that's a pretty decent amount, I think. A little bit of ketchup. Now, if you have kids at home who are ketchup monsters like my boys, I'm really nervous to see what the cap's gonna look like. Well, that worked out perfect. Let's try one of these messy fries I spilled ketchup all over. Crispy, so you can see here, some less crispy, some more crispy. Again, not uncommon with air fryers in our experience. All right, so can you see, definitely kind of browned them up. So I think for the most part, they're pretty consistent, eh, Jamie? What do you think? I think they're pretty consistent. All right, so we've just got boxed Walmart crispy chicken wings with buttermilk ranch dipping sauce, and then frozen onion rings by McCain's, Canadian company, I believe, out of PEI, right, Jamie? Should be able to get all these wings in. So the wings we're gonna do for 30 minutes, and the onion rings we're gonna do for 20, and see how that sort of sets up. So there we got our wings. Onion rings. So the one thing that we noticed, that when the shake button or the shake beep comes on, it's pretty relentless. It will continue to beep until you go and either open the basket or shake it. So that's maybe a good thing, but it's also maybe a bit of a pain as well. Let's try a nugget. In my opinion, perfectly cooked. Jamie's a bit of a more of a nugget snob than I am. Jamie, please. He's working through it here. He one-shotted the nugget, in fairness.
It'll go longer for me.
Longer for Jamie. We'll be back. All right, so we added some time, about 10 or 12 minutes to the wings to get them to what we like, the crispier side of the house. The onion rings, they didn't make it. I'll show you, but they didn't make it. And I'm not even gonna blame the air fryer. I just don't think that maybe they were designed to be in an air fryer. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, maybe they're more geared towards throw them in a regular standard oven with on a cookie sheet all spread out, not clumped up. because, see, that's annoying. Jamie had tried a couple times to stir them up and use a pair of tongs, and it was just shredding them. Like, it was a mess. The wings, however, they look pretty good. Would you agree, Jamie? We're gonna give those a second to cool. The underrings have cooled a little bit. In the meantime, what I generally always try to do is give people a general idea of measurements. So basket-wise, 8 inches by 5.5 by just shy of 4 inches deep. So not huge. The product, though, is actually quite compact. If you've ever watched our reviews, we've done 2 or 3 different Ninja dual basket air fryers. They're usually quite large. This one is about 11.5 inches tall and 10 inches deep, 13 inches wide. So it's pretty compact. While we're running through or waiting for these to cool down, let me run through. We always do a scoring matrix for every product that we review based on 7 categories. So the biggest thing with this one, that's a huge bonus, is that it was $115. A dual basket air fryer, the Ninja ones, when they first came out, Jamie, they were $300, were they not? $300 plus. So as far as price point goes, we gave that a 9.2. For what you're getting, for what it does, even though we find it's somewhat undersized on the basket, maybe it's the perfect size for you, I think it's a really good deal. So 9.2. Versatility, it's got functions on this product that Ninja should copy or do something similar. Being able to turn off the beep, huge, especially on this one, because if you don't shake when it tells you to shake, it will continue to beep until you open up that basket. Very annoying. So I don't like that, but I like the fact you can mute the beep. I like that you could switch very easily from Fahrenheit to Celsius. I like the fact that it's got the quick button just to add 2 minutes, and it's also got that function, what do they call it, Jamie? High fry, which basically is broil. So those kind of functions are kind of neat. So we also gave that a 9.2.
Pause.
And pause when you open up the basket, and both sides pause. So if you take one out to shake and you're doing like the sink finish or whatever, they both pause. Versatility, we gave it an 8.4. It's a pretty versatile product. Again, we do have a size category. The size is subjective, and the size, like I said, may be perfect for you. I have a family of 4 teenage boys. I don't know if we'd be able to make enough food to feed everybody, but so firstly, we gave it an 8.4. Cleaning, and I will throw in one other thing I read in the book that I thought was weird. You cannot use any spray on this, like cooking spray, because it says it'll break down the finish. So take that for what it's worth. I don't really know. But cleaning, both of these and these trays can go in the dishwasher, which Jamie loves.
Top rack only.
Top rack only, or hand wash, obviously, soap. So the cleaning, we gave it an 8.8. The size, again, very subjective. For us, it's a little on the small side. We gave it a 7.9. Storage, because it's very compact and it's very light, like very light. Maybe that speaks to the quality a little bit, I don't know. Storage, we gave that an 8.9. Quality is on the lower side, and I'll tell you why. We gave it a 7.7, mostly because of the touchscreen. We have reviewed air fryers in the past that were touchscreen, and they're very finicky. If you don't landmark on the exact specific place, as you may have seen the one time when I was trying to do the Versa sink finish, I bet you I had to hit that 10 times before it actually clicked in. So that's the biggest negative on this product for us. So 7.7. So overall, average kitchen score of 8.6, which is actually quite good. Try to find there. Not bad. So it tastes fine, but I suspect they'd be way better laid out on a cookie sheet in the oven. Are you a flat or a drummy person? For years I was a flat, but I've dabbled back into the drummies, but I like them both. So let's try these. Pre-battered, just Walmart wings, but they took a while to cook. They're cooked perfect, but it took us a bit to get there, but that's not specific to this air fryer. All air fryers were usually in that 35, 40-minute range to cook wings the way we like them. Jamie just noticed something I can't see from my angle, and maybe he's gonna try to zoom in here. There's a bunch of moisture on the bottom of this air fryer. And whether that's from washing these, drying them the best we can, and the moisture that got caught up inside that I mentioned at the top of the video, evaporates and somehow ends up pooling down in the bottom, or doesn't evaporate, I guess, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not sure where that water came from, but definitely needs to be wiped out before it gets put away. That's our video. We love hearing from you, and I love hearing where you're from. Been all over the world, I think 43, 44 countries now all over the world. Love hearing from you. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'll see you on the next one.